The Lost Art of Taylormade Phrases.
What?
Stop me if you've heard this one before. That phrase in itself is a grand example of self-parody. Of course you've heard that one before. Try this one on for size. You're picking up what I'm putting down? For the most part, in my opinion, from what I understand, quantity over quality, I bet, etc., etc. In his essay Politics and the English Language, George Orwell sat down to get to the bottom of the stale and lifeless writings flooding the market of 1948. These floated down the common channels in the form of war propaganda, short stories, and journalistic endeavors. He noticed a trend washing over the writers of his day, a trend using apathetic phrases, things like out of the frying pan, quid pro quo, play a leading part, serve the purpose of, objective consideration, after all, make hay while the sun is shining, up a creek, must invariably be taken into account, in the interests of. These are incredibly common phrases, and as a writer, you must actively do your part to drop a paddle and avoid the eddy arising from lazy thought to just use common phrases of the day. If you let them, these conglomeration of words will rise up. Conglomeration of words will come pouring in through the windowsill of your imagination and think your own thoughts for you. They are a sort of autocorrect for paragraphs and simple ideas, and yes, they may convey your meaning to the audience, but take time to pause and really think about the word picture that out of the frying pan represents. Does it actually make that much sense? Would it not be better to render for your readers something new to puzzle over? Try spite the bear trap, just to meet the bear. It's the same underlying message of bad to worst against your best efforts, but only the latter example is new. It may not be better, but over time, original thought will permeate your every paragraph. This is the lost art of the handmade phrase. It is your job to frontline the English language, and every new sentence is an opportunity to dazzle the reader. Failure to apply one's own imagination to the word pictures of phraseology will, without strafing, stagnate the growth of creative writing in total. It will lose potential new readers, and transition the duty from evolving common communications to those who spend their time poring over tweets and reposting old content. If you wouldn't accept that future, and I myself will not, then the next time you're cranking out that essay, novel, or Facebook post, spend some time thinking about the phrases you like to use and write something new. You should be picking out words for the sake of their meanings to invent new mental images that create a clearer picture and elevate some deeper truth of your own experience to another human being somewhere on the great circumference. Anyone, creative writer or otherwise, should spend time picking out new and favorite words and arranging them in ways that titillate the imagination. Imagine that even those who write mathematical textbooks and corporate guidelines will find a way to sneak that pet phrase that has no other significant value to the text other than that the writer enjoys it into their works. How long have you gone without something new? If you concentrate, you will find yourself quite alarmed at how copiously often these small bundles of words attach themselves to the page before your very eyes. Julius Black.